Hi, I'm Ren.
I'm Sam.
I'm Tosh.
And we're the T-Swift sisters.
Welcome back to the T-Swift Sisters podcast, a Taylor Swift fan podcast for Swifties by Swifties. It's been quite some time, but in today's episode, we're discussing Grammy nominations, a new Hallmark Christmas film, and the final shows of the Eras Tour. Here's this week's Swift Scoop. I guess before we officially kick off today's episode with our stories, news stories, what have you, I just kind of wanted to address a little bit of a fake elephant that I've created in the room. But obviously it has been some time since we've been on the pod. I know we've been kind of MIA on socials. Life has been lifing. I think there's just been a lot going on mentally, physically, emotionally, globally, politically, just like all of the things have culminated into one. And I think we kind of just made the decision to take a step back from everything, kind of rebuild ourselves and start the podcast fresh, because what would it be for you guys if we were kind of just on here and not at our pod best? You know, like, it's something to give you episodes because that's what we do versus like give you episodes that we love and enjoy filming. And like when the time is not the time, it just isn't. So
Right.
I'm really happy to be back. I think that finally, like, being back on here and recording kind of makes it feel like we've reached an equilibrium, some sort of like, you know, things are getting back to normal. So I love that. But yeah, sorry that we've been kind of absent and like haven't really said anything. Not that we even owe anybody an excuse, but I just wanted to kind of push that under the rug and start fresh. So with that, I think Sammy, back as our resident Grammys girly, can kind of kick off today's episode.
Yeah, so the 2025 Grammy nominations are in, and it's looking that like this upcoming year is the year of the women. So this is exciting. Taylor Swift is up for 6 Grammy nominations, and I'm going to read those off for you. So she has Record of the Year nomination for Fortnite featuring Post Malone. She has Album of the Year for TTPD. She has Song of the Year for Fortnite, including Jack Antonoff. So just a little recap, because last year we had some confusion. Song of the Year and Album of the Year. Sorry, Song of the Year and Record of the Year. For Record of the Year, we're looking at the production of the song. So we're looking at engineers. We're looking at who sang it, who produced it. For Song of the Year, we're looking for the composition of the song. So that's why Jack Antonoff is included in that nomination, just to give some for that. And then we have Best Pop Duo Performance for Us with Gracie Abrams featuring Taylor Swift. We have Best Pop Vocal Album for TTPD. And we have Best Music Video for Fortnite. So this is all really exciting stuff. TTPD is coming in for a big year. And also, you know, I have to give my props to Queen Bee, because she is taking the crown this coming year for the most Grammy nominations at 11 nominations, which is insane. So kudos to the queen. She's amazing. Actually, so for that album, I mean, there are so many nominations because there's so many categories that it fits into. So she has nominations from like rap performance to country album to Americana category, which is super crazy. So she's, you know, got her toes in all the different type of categories, which is amazing. I think that's like making history right there. But also there's 94 categories for the Grammys. So we're going to see a lot coming up in 2025. And that's what's happening in the Grammy world. So we got to keep a lookout and see how TTPD does. And what do you guys think? What's your thoughts? Like, are we going to see some wins this coming year? Do you think that she's going to get the top 3? So the top 3 is the record, album, and song of the year.
I don't know. I'm kind of like I don't know. I do, before we like get to more predictions, I also want to give a shout out because I love Sabrina Carpenter and she was an Eras Tour opener, so we have to give credit where credit is due. She's nominated for Album of the Year with Short and Sweet and Best New Artist. So and Song of the Year with Espresso. So I'm really happy for our queen. You know, love her, love everything that she's doing. I know that we also love Chapel Roan in this house, so want to shout her out too. She's also nominated for Album of the Year, Best New Artist, I think. Oh, and Song of the Year. Good luck, babe.
Yeah, so her and Sabrina have the same nom.
Okay. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be honestly like a Grammys slay of a year. Like you said, it's the year of the woman.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's not Album of the Year because I'm looking at the list and there's a man on it. I think it's like either Best New Artist or like there's something of the year that it's all women. Ooh, I found it. Best Pop Solo Performance, all women nominated.
Love
Amazing.
that.
Yeah. So I don't know because I feel like I always Best Pop Vocal Album
And
is
best-
also.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, that one has Ariana Grande too with Eternal Sunshine in it. There's just like, it is definitely the year of the woman, but whatever I guess for Taylor, I feel like I always guess it wrong. Like I'm always like, oh, I don't know if Taylor will actually win that because like X, Y, and Z, and then Taylor wins because that's just who she is as an artist. So I don't know. What do you think, Tosh?
I feel like I'm pretty confident she'll get like Album of the Year. I do have a question though. So for the pop duo one, we have like Beyonce featuring Post Malone. So I guess I'm just wondering, like, does the song Fortnite doesn't count as pop? And like, because she's also featured, Taylor featured Post Malone, like I'm just like, why is that not on there? Is it because it's nominated for like Song of the Year?
No, I think it's probably just other, like it just didn't make the.
Yeah. I think it just boils down to like the selection process, and it probably didn't get chosen for that.
Yeah.
Just like, Jack Antonoff didn't make the
Producer
selection
of the year.
for Producer of the Year.
Mm.
So it just
Big
comes
snub.
down to
And
So they-
Eras Tour, like the Eras Tour film did not get nominated for what is it? The list is so long. It's like basically they have like a film, best like film music or whatever, and Eras Tour film did not get the nomination.
So weird.
Yeah.
I think actually I'm most confident about her winning Best Pop Vocal Album.
Okay.
Like,
over Album of the Year?
yeah, like I think there's only 5 noms for that. Is it 5 for all? Am I crazy?
No, you're good.
Yeah, okay, I was going to say because I've seen more. Like it's 5 noms for that, and I do feel like
Of those 5?
yeah.
I feel
Okay.
like Sabrina Carpenter could be a close second on that. Like, I don't know. It just depends on.
Yeah.
I think though, I think it depends what the rating process is because Tortured Poets Department is obviously more deep than Short and Sweet, but that's why I'm like, if it's pop vocal, you know what I mean? Like, is it then about the lyrics or is it about the pop aspect of it? And that's where I'm like, I feel like Short and Sweet is definitely a more pop album than TTPT.
Yeah, I agree.
I would love to see Taylor win Album of the Year just because she'd be the first person I think in history to be back-to-back Album of the Year winner.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty confident in Fortnite as like a standalone song. So I think it's gonna win Song of the Year for sure.
I think Espresso has a good, like anything that Espresso is on, I also feel like has a good shot at winning.
I feel like Espresso could do Record of the Year and Fortnite could do Song of the Year. Yeah, because I feel like the music behind Espresso has become so catchy, like the tune and whatnot. And then, the lyrics for Fortnite are so well written.
I think best pop solo performance will definitely be Espresso because I look at that list and I'm like, I know Queen Bee, you love her. I've never heard of this song, Bodyguard. Have you? I mean, I guess you
No.
listened to the album.
It's a big one on her album. It's also it's heavily used on TikTok.
Okay.
Birds of
know
a Feather
Apple-
is a good contender too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that song a lot.
It's stiff competition, I'm telling you.
It's going to be a good Grammys year. I'm very
Yeah.
excited for that.
Exciting.
All right. Well, I know that we'll probably be talking about the Grammys 8 million times more because last year leading up to the Grammys, we were like, Grammys every week. And honestly, you guys loved it. Those are some of our most streamed episodes is anytime we talk about the Grammys. So I'm glad that we get to kind of kick that off. Like, I can't believe it's Grammys season already, but alas, here we are. And I think with that, we can kind of head over to our next story. And that is, this is kind of like news, but also a little bit of old news because the details of this movie were released back in June, but we never really talked about it on the pod, and it's about to come out soon. So I kind of just want to talk to you guys about it. It caught like my wind of attention recently, and I was like, great story for the week. And I think it could be kind of fun to see what Taylor Swift coded things we think are going to come of it. But with that, our second story this week is about Holiday Touchdown, a Chiefs love story, which premieres on Hallmark on November 30th. So this is the Hallmark movie that is rumored to be about Taylor and Travis. And it has a confirmed special appearance by Donna Kelsey, which is, I think, like so funny and adds to the lore of it all because like
iconic.
I just love her for that. Like the reason why I caught wind of it today was because this story came from kind of the original story that I was working on, which was that Donna Kelsey said that Taylor wasn't going to be around at Thanksgiving this year because obviously the Eras Tour is wrapping up and she's been very busy. And she was talking about on the Today Show, and I guess they mentioned the movie, and I was like, wait, like reminder unlocked. And I was like, let's kind of find out about this movie. So while the movie isn't 100% based on anything specifically, quote unquote, it comes after Taylor made obvious waves in the NFL last year with her dating of Travis Kelce. So I kind of want to share the synopsis of what Hallmark says, like when you look up what the movie is, what it's about, and then we'll kind of talk about the Taylor Swift effect of it all. So Alana Higman is sure that her family's lifelong history as a Kansas City Chiefs superfan makes them front runner to win the team's Fan of the Year contest. Derek, which I'm assuming is later going to be the love interest, I don't know, director of fan engagement, is tasked with evaluating how Alana and her family stack up against the two other finalists. As the pair spends more time together, it's clear there is a spark between them. But when her grandfather, vintage Chiefs good luck winter, her grandfather's winter vintage Chiefs good luck hat goes missing, Alana begins to doubt everything she believed about fate, destiny, and even questions her future with Derek. Unless, that is, a little Christmas magic can throw a Hail Mary. It is so Hallmark coded. Like I'm like reading the description.
Oh
this
my
is also
God.
the first time that I read it, and I'm like,
Not the winter hat.
my winter hat.
Not the Hail Mary. New applause.
I'm like kind of surprised because I thought Chief's love story, like it would be like a football player, but I guess since it's actual Kansas City Chiefs branded, they can't make it a football player.
I also thought it was a football player, but maybe they were trying to switch it up.
Maybe they got like a cease and desist from Taylor's team.
You also know Hallmark, like as seasoned Hallmark fans, because we always talk about loving the Hallmark movies, minus Natasha, judging by her face. You know that they choose like the most random and niche professions for these characters.
The woman is always in marketing.
Yes, and she always has to leave the country to get time away, but also works. At the
She always has to go to the quaintest Christmas village to re-find herself. I'm like, you know what? Real. She's so real for that.
Yep. I want whatever job she has that'll afford me to go to the opposite end of the earth just to, find a man, I guess.
And re-fall
I'm
in
gonna
love with the
watch.
Christmas spirit. Oh, I'm gonna watch too, 100%.
I'm gonna watch too. Surprisingly.
Liar.
No, I
don't
am.
believe it. I don't believe
I'm
it.
gonna
Thank
watch.
you.
I'm gonna watch just to see Donna. I'm gonna watch.
Natasha's gonna, you're gonna
I'm
fast
gonna
I
pull
was
a Sammy.
Yes, that's exactly where I was headed to.
I can't.
Oh man.
He's gonna watch and see Donna. That's telling the truth.
Okay.
By that I mean literally turn it on and fast forward to see Donna.
See
That's
Donna.
watching and seeing Donna.
We're gonna ask you questions about the movie as your homework, Tosh.
Please don't quiz me.
Our next pod episode.
Okay, but I wanted to see what you guys think might be like some Taylor Swift coded stuff, because this movie has kind of been going on since like last year, when they're like, I feel like Hallmark themselves was like, we are making a Christmas movie that's not about Travis and Taylor. Wink, wink, wink. And then like I read this description and I'm like, it's not about Travis and Taylor.
No, they were right. We should have believed them all along.
They definitely baited us. We took the bait. But obviously, like the first Taylor like nod is in the title, where it literally says Chief's love story.
Mhm.
I saw that and I was like, I get it.
I bet like she's gonna be a fan of like, I don't know, some major, maybe they made her a country artist or something. I don't know, like a nod to being a super fan of a pop star too.
That they're gonna like make up a pop star whose life is like Taylor.
Yes, exactly.
That's
Okay.
yeah, I could see that.
I could see that too. I like that a lot. Maybe it starts with her like at the concert of like the pop star or something.
Yeah. Making bracelets.
Can you imagine? Like, oh, I need to find the love of my life. I'm searching for love, but I have to make these bracelets for a concert I'm going to.
Unless she's making the bracelets for the game.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm wondering too, like if Taylor gave them like approval of usage of like maybe Christmas Tree Farm or like the actual Love Story Taylor's version or something.
That'd be really cute. I feel like if anyone is going to do a movie not related to their love story at all or in any shape or form, Hallmark is a cute one to go with.
Yeah, and I think like if Donna Kelsey is on board, then it has to be like a good project. You get me?
Right.
Like I think because Donna Kelsey's on board, it might be more likely that we see like Taylor coded stuff that's like also not weird and approved by Taylor and her team.
Yeah. It's a safe bet.
Yeah.
Donna Kelsey might be the Derek's mom in the movie.
Oh, that would be cute.
Yeah.
It says in like the little synopsis, it doesn't say Derek's last name. Like, watch it be Kelsey.
Derek Kelsey.
Derek
doesn't sound bad.
Derek Kelso or something.
Kelso. The pop star's name is like, I don't know, like Tatiana S. Some like it's still TS, but it's not the name.
Yeah, Tatiana Smith.
Yeah. I'm a Smithy. I don't think it's going to be like kind of like, I'm sure we agree, like it's not an in your face, this is a Taylor and Kelsey film, but I think there's going to be little nods here and there, like just like it says love story and like sparks, like it has little like Taylor references of like, a song and stuff. And I feel like we're going to get maybe like little Easter eggs, but nothing is going to be obvious.
Yeah, like maybe it's one of those things where you only know if you're a Swiftie, and if you don't, it just blows right over your head.
Yeah.
I was going to say the same thing. Yeah. This is for the Swifties to pick up on.
I love that. I'm really excited.
Maybe I'll watch the whole thing.
I feel like, have you ever actually seen like a Hallmark Christmas film?
Not that I remember.
Yeah, then I give you 3 minutes.
like I've watched Hallmark movies because my mom watched them. So when I lived at home, they were on, but I never watched them. They were just on. Yeah.
They were just on.
I did love a Hallmark show called Touched by an Angel. I loved that show.
Hallmark, if you're listening, please sponsor us.
Please bring back Touched by an Angel for Natasha.
No, I don't actively watch the Hallmark like channel or movies, but I do like, especially when I was working from home full time, the Hallmark movie channel starts playing Christmas movies like October, and you can literally like, they're all just so cheesy and warming, and like, you know, sometimes a plot is good and you're just sitting there like, I like this. And then other times it's like, okay, I think I've seen the same plot 8 times in different ways.
Well, because they're also reusing the same people. So
There was it, I think Corbin Blue is in one of them, like one of the more recent ones. I don't know. Like, I like when they use actors that I'm like, that we grew up around. Like, I think Bethany Joy Lenz has been in a few of them. And I'm like, this is cute. I like this.
Like the girl from Mean Girls.
Oh, Gretchen Wieners.
Lacey, is that her name?
Like the actress's name?
Yeah, Gretchen Wieners.
I only know her as Gretchen Wieners. Yeah.
Maybe in all of them at the moment. Like you turn on the Hallmark channel and it'll probably be her.
Yeah.
I don't think I know who that is.
That's
like,
okay.
I've seen Mean Girls, but I don't remember who
Gretchen Wieners. Her hair is full of secrets. She's the one with the big curly hair.
I knew she wasn't going to get it with that.
That's like what she's known for. Her hair is full of secrets.
I honestly don't remember, like, at all.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. We'll have a Mean Girls lesson another day at another time. But our last story for this week is it's a little bit of a doozy, I'm not gonna lie. Like it's bittersweet that the Eras Tour is coming to an end. Obviously it had to happen, you know. But I did want to kind of just like briefly talk about some things that right now Toronto is going on. So Taylor's currently in Toronto. Essentially, I think as of today, Friday, there are 8 shows left on the Eras Tour. It's definitely less than 10. So I just kind of wanted to go over our final thoughts regarding the Eras Tour, and then some kind of stuff that has happened over the last few days that I'm like, eyebrow raise, wink, wink, you know, like, okay, you know what? I know exactly where to start. Do you know when Nola was setting up for the Eras Tour and they had the huge inflatable friendship bracelet? And we were like, this is beautiful.
Yes,
love her.
Love.
Okay, it moved to Indy and now it's in Toronto. Like,
that's right.
I don't think that's a stadium thing. Like, I think that's like a Taylor Nation thing. So why wasn't it in Miami?
Because Miami dropped the ball.
No, yeah, because we didn't deserve it. Yeah.
Maybe it's like also like not allowed at certain stadiums. Like, I don't know. Like,
no, I don't want to give Miami that much credit.
No.
They dropped the bead instead of the ball.
Good one.
Yes.
Thank you.
But also I think it's so smart, especially with Nola, like thinking about how much Nola has popped off, because we've discussed this in our group chat every time we saw something new that came up that happened in Nola. So smart, because for next concert or next tour that she does, where are people going to want to go? They're going to want to fly to the cities that are being active, that are having events, that are participating. So Nola is definitely going to get a lot of attention for the next one. Mm-hmm. And Miami, nope, no one's going to come here.
I hope so. I mean, that would be better for us, kind of.
No, yeah, I know.
But also now I want to go to NOLA. I want to go back to LA. I want to go to Toronto. I'm like, okay,
we're actually going for the 31st.
Oh,
yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, that's funny. That you
I don't know why I thought you meant the show. I was like,
no.
What show?
Yeah, we're going.
The 31st of whatever in Toronto show. Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. Maybe you can teach us geography about Canada after that then.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's honestly such a great point, because it's so real. Like, people are going to want to give the money to the places that, look at all of us. We haven't stopped talking about LA, talking about NOLA, like Toronto, those drinks that I sent in the chat yesterday, please go off, queen. Like, I would have spent all my money on them. Even the mocktail, I would have bought it.
Yeah. We each would have gotten one and then tried each other's.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I think I would have wanted all 3 of them.
Miami had like 2 themed cocktails?
No, I think it was only that one. And like, I don't know if we ever talked about it on the pod, but it had this weird edible straw.
Renee was a big fan of the strawberry straw.
No, Natasha
You were
was a big fan of the
fan.
strawberry straw.
This was the straw, and Natasha all night was.
She literally ate it like a chipmunk, like on a bark of wood.
You literally made a shiv out of the straw. They should have removed you from the stadium because you then had a weapon. That thing
Yeah,
was
Renee,
so
right?
sharp.
Oh, I was gonna say that wasn't me because I ate mine. And they cost an arm and a leg, but it's okay.
They did. They did. That's why I'm like, if I would have at least, like with the Toronto ones, like it had the shaker, it had the like friendship bracelet. The mocktail comes in like a cool cup that you can reuse again, and like not for nothing, you can reuse the Hard Rock Stadium cup again. But like, okay,
Yeah.
I'll just go to a Dolphins game and buy the same cup.
No, literally.
But do we think there's going to be like any big significant changes to the show or anything before it ends? I don't think so, in my opinion.
So. I don't think so. Some people thought there was going to be something big in Indy, before she left, but no, maybe this is just it.
Yeah.
What do you guys know off the top of your head? What's the last day of the show? It's before her birthday, right?
Yeah, it's like December 7th or something.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I guess it's December 8th. Oh, it's on my sister's birthday. She did say that when she was a guest on our bonus episode. And I was like, yeah. And in my head, I'm like, it's December 7th. And she was right. So I commend you, Titi. I know you're listening. And that one will be in Vancouver, Canada.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. I want to like kind of jump ahead a little bit and also at the same time rewind a little bit to the holiday drop that happened this week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we saw a lot of really good things come out of the holiday drop, a lot of super fun merch. I do want to say, where the heck was the Eras Tour merch? Okay, I believe I asked this last year and like we had another year to make it a thing, and like we dropped the ball. We dropped the beat on that again.
Yet again.
They're over Eras Tour. It's wrapping up. They said more moving on.
They had like some Eras Tour nods in the merch, in the ornaments. They had like the vigilante shit chair. I totally bought it because it's slay.
Yeah.
And like the 1989 golf clubs. That's like an Eras Tour thing. So like I will say some of the stuff, but like I wanted like an ornament of the Eras Tour stage, if you will.
Yeah.
That would have been cute,
Right.
But I wanted to more so talk about some of the actual like merch that was released, not ornaments. And that is the debut merch that was released, because we got like the most debut merch that we have gotten since like original debut era.
Mm-hmm.
And some people have been saying like it looks like Taylor got the rights back to the original like Taylor Swift font of the original debut album, and like that's what some of the stuff was branded with, and it's so cute. I'm so glad that like we get to have that full circle moment with that. But if this is like the real color scheme for debut, I'm obsessed.
I like it a lot too.
Super cute.
Did
Also,
you know
people were specific. Sorry, go.
No, you're good.
It's a specific item that's in the debut shop. It's called Self-Titled Friday Night Beneath the Stars keychain pouch, aka like Friday night, December 13th lands on a Friday.
Oh, like an Easter egg, like note that it might come out then?
Yes, because I'm going to move to another item.
Okay.
The bejeweled ring.
Okay.
People were pointing out after the white gem, aka TTPD, there's a turquoise one. And that there only seems to be one that, like, some people are saying that it seems like it's a repeating one.
Okay.
Like 1989 or something, but some people are saying that it's like a different kind of turquoise that there's only one of. So it's like another maybe like Easter egg to debut coming out.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just like the fact that it was like specifically named like Friday night, in the debut shop where it's like
specific.
Right.
I love the debut merch. So self-titled butterfly tote bag. Did you know that the butterflies are embroidered on the tote bag?
I love the tote bag.
Me too. But she was $50, so she stayed.
Yep.
She stayed. And then
She
the
stayed
crew
and
neck,
she slayed.
yeah. Maybe it might be like important to note. So Friday Night Beneath the Stars is I'm Only Me When I'm With You. Then we have a Mary song, and then the crew neck is Tim McGraw. So I wonder if this could also maybe be an Easter egg. Like maybe these are like songs that drop first. Maybe obviously like Tim McGraw is the first ever quote unquote original Taylor Swift song. Like that was the first single she ever released. So not surprised to see Tim McGraw merch there. But I'm really surprised to see Mary song because that's like a very like fandom, you know, like it's very Swiftie core. And then I'm Only Me When I'm With You is also very, very Swiftie core. Just some thoughts. I don't know. But kind of riding on the debut train and like what we were talking about with Eras Tour. So now the part where we move ahead is that last night in Toronto, day one, Taylor came out in her 1989 outfit in debut colors. And she's been doing like a lot of debut surprise songs. Like she did Debutation twice.
I'm speechless, honestly.
I feel like we clowned for reps so long and like Bejeweled is that low hanging fruit right now. Bejeweled. Listen to me. Debut. Words are hard. Debut is that low hanging fruit right now.
I know. I can't even say anything on Debutation or debut coming first because the clownery was too real. The evidence is there. We wore the makeup. So I'll just happily sit here and wait for debut.
I'm on the debut dropping December 13th. No, not dropping. Being announced on December 13th.
Okay. What
It's
if
fetch.
That is fetch. But I raise you, as I always do. What if either in Toronto, like sometime within these last 8 shows, she announces debut and then it drops on the 13th? Because I feel like she's just so big that she doesn't need the time for marketing to be like, oh, I need like 2 months to let it sit and have everybody, like people are going to go crazy no matter when it's announced. So I think that she has the bandwidth to literally drop it and be like, it's coming out in 2 weeks. Bye.
Yeah. That's also fetch.
But we all collectively agree that it's being announced before, like last day for it to be announced would be Taylor's birthday.
I agree.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree. Also, like this is maybe a stretch, but you can let me know. Not an original idea. This part I'm going to throw out. I saw it like all over TikTok and stuff. That a lot of her merch in this holiday drop has stars like everywhere. Like there's stars in the names of things and there's stars in items like all over. Okay, the debut item that we specifically talked about was Friday Night Beneath the Stars. Like it might be a stretch, but like just think every album or era has something star related. So like debut is coming next. Like it's like I'm thinking of it as like it's next on the list of everything that already I can't get my thought out.
Wait, but what do you mean like every album has something star related?
In the drop, like the holiday drop, items have stars on them or stars in the name. It's almost like they're all linking back to Friday Night Beneath the Stars, like that item on debut. So it's like bringing attention back to Friday, and like I'm thinking of like Beneath the Stars as like that's what's coming next out of all the drops that have already happened. Like that's what's gonna come next. Like that'll be next on the list. It's like beneath everything else that she's already dropped. Does that make sense?
If you look at the holiday merch, like full page, so every single item, the last item with words on it says Friday Night Beneath the Stars. So all the stars are leading up to this final item that says Friday Night Beneath the Stars. Because the item next to it is the guitar ornament that does not have any stars. So the final stars item is this Friday Night Beneath the Stars. Correct?
Okay, that's a yes. And that's a better way to word it too. Like I'm basically saying they're all linking back to that. And it's like, I don't know.
No, that was a really good save because I almost hit you with a you're losing me.
Stop. I couldn't formulate the thought, but yes.
Okay, I totally get it. No, that's actually a really good point, especially being that Friday the 13th, December 13th is Taylor's birthday.
Okay. Here we go again.
The voices in my I love it. I'm like looking at all the merch now, and I'm like looking at all the things that I totally should have bought the first go around. This Speak Now Stars Align long sleeve t-shirt, so cute. I love her.
Yep.
For some reason, the self-titled PJ dress, like I'm not a Bata Casa lady, but this one spoke to me. The Rep crop sweater, goodbye.
I can't talk about it.
That's so you guys too.
Oh my God. Like if it was literally cold here, yes.
I know. I need to stop with sweaters. It's getting ridiculous, but they're so cute. Like the TTPD V-neck is so cute.
I was just looking at that, and like I saw somebody on Twitter say yesterday, like wearing that with a little plaid skirt and boots, and I was like, I wish I lived in fall.
That's it.
The Cowboy Like Me work jacket, honestly, I love her. Like,
I mean, that's my.
I love her too, but yeah, Sammy.
The Call It What You Want crew neck, I honestly also love her too. But I know that Natasha hates Call It What You Want, but I am a Call It What You Want truther. So
it's because Natasha hates anything rep related.
No, I do have to give her a caveat. I know that she hated Call It What You Want because it was like the first song and like her thing. So every time she would plug in her phone for music, that was the first song that played. So like I get
like
it.
On the Apple, like C,
It's triggering. I get it. I get it.
That's me with So It Goes, because that was my fainting spell song. That was the last song in Rep
at the Rep tour, yes.
Oh, okay.
As you're leaving.
The red All Too Well polo, so cute.
That one was really cute.
I can't believe the Starlight merch.
I was about to say that was so random.
The pillow.
The Starlight pillow.
I wish it wasn't expensive because I literally would have bought that like for all of us as a and I mean this in the nicest way possible, Taylor Nation, if you're listening, as a gag gift. And it's only because it's like an inside joke of ours with that song. Like
so funny.
I was laughing I was like, this is so unserious.
I think Debut and like Speak Now or like and TTPD had really good merch too. Yeah. Those are like my favorite drops, I think.
For sure.
I think they did really well with Reputation, honestly. And I will say like I think just because I really like that red jacket, like the polo, that I'm like, okay, I'll factor in red too. I think they had cute stuff. But I feel like it's always you gravitate towards the albums that you like more, that you're like, oh my God, they did such a good job with this.
The Begin Again ornament is really cute. The little like mug. It's like a little
yeah. They had that one last year. I'm not sure if I have that one on my Taylor Swift tree. I don't think I do.
I love the envelope ornament Just to Past Me.
You know I bought that one. It's addressed to Past Me, like long story short, past me.
Oh, I don't see it. Hold on.
That's okay, Tosh. You'll find it.
I don't see it. I see it here.
Yeah.
It's next to Fancy Shit Table Runner.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see the table runner.
It's that table runner's really cute too.
Oh my God.
How cute.
I love it. I didn't see that.
Buys.
Samantha's like, I changed my mind.
It's not available.
I wasn't going to buy it.
You know what was random? The black purse.
Yeah, somebody put it on Twitter and said that's so Andrea Scott quoted. Andrea
my
Swift.
God.
Sorry, I called her Andrea Scott. Andrea
Because
Swift
that's a
quoted, I'm
brand,
like,
I think.
that's Kendra
No,
Scott.
you did Kendra
really
Scott.
close.
Oh,
really close.
that's why I
That
was
was
laughing.
But
But it looks like a purse that she would wear, though. So that's why I'm like, yeah.
I can totally see it. So I'm glad. I think this was a good holiday collection drop. Like I hope, just because I'm a sucker and a consumer, I hope there is more stuff because I will buy it.
Yeah, Tash and I bought so much stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I bought enough stuff for all three of us. So, but I think that can pretty much wrap up this week. I promise we will try to be better. I'm not going to say I promise that we will be posting back to what we were, at least for some time, but I promise we will try to be better and more active on social just because I miss all of you as well. So I think with that, thank you for savoring this week's Swift Scoop. We hope you've had your fill of all things Taylor Swift and the holiday collection. Ladies, it is almost time for Christmas Tree Farm. I may or may not be playing it all night at Friendsgiving. You'll have to attend to decide. And we will see you next week right here on the T Swift Sisters podcast. Bye.
For Taylor Swift news updates and to stay in touch, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at TSwiftSistersPod and at TSwiftSisters on Twitter.